Looking ahead to Missouri, I know they scored 91 points without him, but Jeremiah Tillman's been out a couple games. Are you hoping that your front court can take advantage if he's not there again?
You know, they're listing him day to day. I was understanding from watching some of the film, it's a stress fracture, which, you know, so who knows? We're preparing like there's a chance he'll play. But they played very well the second time. You know, first game they were getting adjusted to, they played their best game of the year. They're coming here with an incredible amount of confidence. They really played well against Florida. They had them down 20 in the first half. You know, at one point they were sitting there, they're 12 or 17 for three. Everybody's knocking down their threes. And, you know, the strength is they're a really good defensive team. They really do a good job in their half-court defense. And they'll change some things up. They were being very aggressive with their ball screen coverages against Florida, who's, you know, obviously a very good team and very good point guards. But they have good personnel. This kid, Drew Smith, that sat out last year, the transfer to Evansville, was a very good point guard. Big, strong, physical, great feel. He's their leading scorer, excellent player. Mark Smith, who didn't play against us last year, he played early in their season and he got hurt. You know, I think he played like 19 games, so we didn't see him by the time they played us. Really good shooter, excellent player, big body, strong, you know, 6'4", 6'5", they have great bodies. Really like him. Pinson came off the bench and is playing very well. And he played well against us a year ago. You know, he's the backup point, but he's playing right now really confidently. He's a scorer. I mean, he had a big-time dunk. You look at him, you know, he's very thin and scrawny, but I mean, he's strong. He had a dunk against Florida that was incredibly impressive. And, you know, I like Pickett. He's a good player, you know, plays three. Kobe Brown's playing really well for him. A Huntsville native who played for his dad, plays 3 and 4, and he'll match up with Reggie a lot because he has the size and girth to match up with. They'll start Mitchell Smith there, who's a very good shooter, long and lean. And their big kid inside, Reed, the big kid, he's playing well for him. You know, he played well last year. But now he's playing a lot of minutes because Tillman's out, and he did a great job against Florida. He's tough, he's physical, he rolls hard, scores around the basket. They have depth. You know, they come off with Watson off the bench, Pinson off the bench, and they have a lot of players, and they're playing a lot of guys. They're playing, you know, 9 guys.
Given the last 3 games, so especially at LSU, the disappointing ending there and things, any kind of message, anything that you have to really preach your team, make sure it doesn't kind of snowball on you guys, kind of get things turned back
You
on?
know, it's always one game at a time. You know, we're disappointed that we're 0-3, obviously, and especially that last game, we had a great opportunity. You know, Reggie made a great drive to give us the lead, and we did not protect the lead well when we had, you know, a 9-point lead. We had a foul go against us to cut it to 7, and then we had a number of turnovers there. And, you know, I was. You know, you always second guess yourself in the game. We were up 4 with the ball with about 2:30 left, and Reggie was pushing it in transition, and it was a 3-on-2. It was when he tried to lob to DJ, and I'm encouraging. I said, push it. You know, you can't play not to lose. You got to play to win the game. So I mean, I have total confidence and trust with him in the ball, and we had to be aggressive in that situation, and that went against us, and that's. You know, you roll with the punches, but I mean, we're not going to stop being aggressive. We're playing to win and not trying not to lose in that situation. And you know, I'm really proud of how we played defensively. That was our best defense we played all year, not even close. You know, I thought it was great competitiveness. You know, we beat them on the boards by 18, held them to 37%. We just got to execute better offensively. And when you go back and review the film, I watched it 3 times plus 3.5 times. That, you know, we had a lot of open shots, especially in the first half from 3, that we're going to make. I'm talking about wide open shots. We ended up 3 for 17. It was a pretty long night in terms of if you wanted to come watch 3-point shooting. The 2 teams combined were 5 for 38, which, you know, that's really odd, you know, because we're a better shooting team than that, and they are too. But, you know, good defense. So we got to regroup. Missouri's coming in, like I said, there was incredible confidence because of how they played in their last game against Florida.
We'll go to Paul to the left.
Kind of touched on my question there. You guys have scored less than 70 in all 3 SEC games. Outside of making down shots, what are things you can do, you think, to get the offense going, or is it strictly mainly?
Be more patient in the half court, take good shots. Now, you look at the first two games I talked about this going into LSU, we took 69 and 68 shots. In other words, the quality of your shots are more important than how many shots you take. And when you look at a year ago, the only time we took more or even close to that many was against Alabama there when we lost in a close game. We took 71. Typically, you know, when you look at most teams, they're shooting about 60 shots a game, and that's where we are, maybe a little under 57, 58. But when we were playing too fast in our first two outings, and like I said again, the Alabama game I take blame for it because I confused our guys with how we were defending them terminology-wise, and I thought our defense the first 15 minutes, especially against Auburn, was really, I mean, they went 8 minutes without scoring. They're a pretty good offensive team, a basket. And then this was our best complete game in our last game, and we got to keep growing defensively because that gives us a chance in every game, as it did in this last game. We started out slow and finally got it going. Hey, you know, we 4:56, shot goes up, we got a 9-point lead. You know, I mean, it's that close. We get a stop instead of a foul on that play. You know, we more than likely are going to win that game.
Go to Brian in the middle.
Tyson Carter been struggling here at the start of conference play. What's he telling you when he comes off the court about what he's seeing out there, and what can you do to help get him going?
You know, I have total belief in Tyson. He's going to work his way out of the slump he's been in. And, you know, he's a shooter. And I think, you know, sometimes when you're a shooter and you're not seeing it go in, you start to press. And it's just like, hey, you got to just be aggressive, relax, and go out there and have fun and make good reads, you know, in terms of his shot selection. But, you know, he's gonna work his way out of this. I have total confidence.
Go back to the front and look.
Watching the LSU game in that first half, Reggie Perry's body language is just kind of down, and he totally changed in the second half, and so did his play. Did you say anything to him at halftime? Or?
No, and I heard the announcer say that, Beth, on the telecast. You know, he had a play where he was holding the ball one-handed, and the guy just absolutely whacks his arm, and there's a no call. And it goes the other way, and they score up 19-10. And I called Mark Whitehead about it, you know, a number of calls, and he admitted that was a terrible no call. The official who had the call was required to protect the offensive player. It happened right in front of him. And so that, you know, that's a play where they're saying, oh, he has bad body. It's a horrible no call right in front of the official. And so, you know, I mean, I'd have bad language too, or bad body language. I mean, it was, you got to go back and look at it. There are, you know, multiple plays where the league office has suggested, yeah, that was not the right call, including a minute 13 to go. Abdul goes up to shoot, and they block it from behind. It's not a jump ball. Bad call. You know, you live with them, and this is what we got to deal with.
Anything else for Coach before we let him go? All right. Thank you, guys. We'll have Reggie in.